When the real estate market is busy, sometimes you make an offer and you don't get it, but you get asked if you want to be in backup position or make a backup offer. What does that mean? How does that work? We'll talk about that coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Nonaka here with the Buy Big Island video blog, and this week we're going to talk about backup offers. And right now, as we've been talking about, the real estate market is very busy, not only here but in most places around the country. And a lot of times when you have multiple offers on a property, you are not going to get the property. But sometimes the seller will ask you, do you want to make a backup offer? And it's something important to consider, because what that means is basically you'll negotiate an offer with that seller, come up with all the terms of a contract, and then they will accept that offer with a special term in it that says the offer is in backup position and it will not take effect. None of the timelines will start until the current offer that was accepted cancels, and then you automatically become the primary offer and you open escrow and you start the process. Why that's important is because if that first offer falls apart, the property will not go back on the market, and then you don't have to get back into a bidding war or a multiple offer situation. Again, you're already in position. You have a signed, executed contract that will now automatically take first position, and then you open escrow and you'll start that purchase process. So as a buyer, there's really no downside, because you can also add to your special term something that says you reserve the right to cancel at any time, so you can continue to shop. So you can get into backup position, have that property under contract. If it falls apart, you move into primary position, but you can continue to shop. And if you find something else that you like and you make an offer and you get that accepted, you can then cancel that backup offer and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So as a buyer, if you really like a property and you don't get it on your first try because you got beat out by another offer and you get offered backup position, it is something worth considering. There really is no downside to doing that. On the seller's side, there's definitely an advantage if you are a seller. So if you are a seller and you had a lot of interest in your property and you had multiple offers and you accepted one and you had another offer that wanted to be in backup position, you could also negotiate that contract, accept that contract. So now you have a backup offer in place, and you can use that as leverage as a seller to ensure that the buyer that is in primary position doesn't cancel on you or doesn't ask you for concessions that they normally would, because you can easily just say, you know what, never mind, I got a backup offer. It could even be better, you never know, right? So as a seller, you can use that backup offer as leverage against your first offer. So if they ask for repairs or credits due to an inspection or a price concession due to an appraisal coming in low, anything like that, as a seller, you have an incentive to just say, no, you got to take it the way it is, because I have a backup offer that will take your position if you decide to cancel, and you won't have to put that property back on the market. So there really isn't any disadvantages on either side, whether you're on the buyer side or the seller side. And so if you get offered backup position, talk to your realtor about it, consider it. And if it's a property you really like, you on the buy side, definitely go ahead and do that. And on the sell side, it's definitely worth doing, so you have that backup just in case, because many things can happen in a real estate transaction. And if the primary offer cancels for whatever reason, they can't get their financing, they change their mind, the buyer can cancel for many different reasons. We've talked about that in the past. You have another offer ready to go and you don't have to put the property back on the market and deal with showings and all those types of things. So as always, if you have any questions about this, backup offers, or anything else, you can always email me at dylan@buybigisland.com. and I'll get back to you, or shoot them in the comments. We'd always appreciate a like on the page or a subscribe if you're on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next week. Aloha.